Hey everybody, it's Kelly, and today is actually Easter Sunday or Resurrection Sunday. And I celebrated yesterday with my family. I went to church this morning, obviously, but I've had a pretty quiet day. But quiet in that I was able to get some scrapbooking time in, and I actually did two Bible journaling processes as well too. So this is totally inspired by the banners and the front of our sermon cover and announcement cover this morning. It had a picture of the cross and it said, death could not hold him, and it was in red and orange and yellow. And I've had this verse on my mind since the Good Friday service on Friday night. So I decided to use my gelatos, and I have Faber-Castell gelatos mix and match set in, and there's 12 of them to do this verse. And this verse is Mark 15:37 through 39. And the verse is, I'm going to read it to you quick. Then, and sorry guys, this is hard to manage all these things. Then Jesus uttered another loud cry and breathed his last, and the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. When the Roman officer who stood facing him saw how he died, he exclaimed, "This man truly was the Son of God." So I really wanted to document the idea of the veil being torn in two, or the curtain being torn in two, and document about how important that was and how it changed absolutely everything in our lives. Because if it wasn't for Jesus' sacrifice, I obviously wouldn't be saved, but I wouldn't be able to go directly to God either, unlike the Jews who can't go directly to God. So you can kind of see there that I've used the red gelato and an orange gelato and a yellow gelato. And right now, there's a pretty high contrast there between the red and the orange. And it, even on film, the contrast is pretty big. On the actual page, it's not quite so dramatic as that. There's much more of a gradient between the red and the orange. So I did prep this page. I put down some clear gesso, and it's Dina Wakley because it's not as gritty. And then I used the highlighter tape in orange from Illustrated Faith, and it's thin strips so you can highlight it. And then I'm just showing you here, I'm actually drawing it, so I didn't take the time to shut the process video off. And I did put my Illustrated Faith Bible mat right behind that. And then I also have, I just took it off, a piece of wax paper on the other side protecting it. So as I said, even here, it's really hard to tell that there's any orange there, but there definitely is, and the contrast is not quite so stark. So what I did once I put the gelato down is I used my baby wipes to actually take color off, and if I took too much off, I just added more color back in. So sorry you're having to watch this, but I chose not to actually just stop the video again. So I wiped my hands off, and I think I ran here to get some to take my hands off. So now I am taking this piece of vellum from sorry about that guys, from the Paper Studio Vellum pack. It's a 12 by 12 pack from Hobby Lobby. And I took it and I literally tore it in half to symbolize the curtain being torn in two. And now I'm going to tape it to my page with this washi tape. And that gray stripe washi tape is from Darice. And then I pulled these letter stickers earlier because I knew I was going to make this page. And I'm going to take those and I'm going to mount them on either side of the curtain, on either side of the vellum. So I needed to cut something in half there because I wanted it to literally go across like it had been torn, even with that word on it. So the word is Savior, because obviously we today on Easter Sunday, as I'm taping this, are celebrating our Savior Jesus and his sacrifice for us. Those letter stickers are from American Crafts, the 6th Avenue Roosevelt stickers in black, which are pretty old. But I like how they are so important. They obviously, on this page, as you see me do it on the vellum, are going to be the absolute most important thing. And that's why I wanted them in black, so that the realization and the importance of that word and Jesus' sacrifice is there. So I journaled a lot again, I said, about how Jesus made the sacrifice and how it was everything to us, and how if that veil hadn't been torn, that the line here on verse 38 about, and the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn in two. I can't get over thinking about that so often, about what that was like to be living in that time and that curtain being torn. So now I'm adding this orange cross, it's kind of a plus sign and a cross from the Illustrated Faith You Are Love Fundamental stickers there. I added that, and then I also added that, I'm adding that arrow up there underneath my tab there. That arrow is from Illustrated Faith You Are Love Fundamentals as well. Now I have that tab there, that orange tab, that I'm writing the word Savior on, and that orange tab is from Illustrated Faith, the cardstock stickers called Remember This, and they are only available at Dayspring, so that's kind of important for you to know as well. All right, and I'm kind of working with this and reading things, and the washi tape is coming up a little bit because that is on the clear gesso. So sometimes what I do is literally glue my washi down, and I think I'm going to have to do that so it actually holds. I do that when I've got it going over gesso because it just doesn't stick that well. All right, so I added a heart to the word, to that plus sign, and then I'm adding some hearts underneath, just kind of a collection of those hearts. And those heart stickers are all from Illustrated Faith His Love, and they're the cardstock stickers. Again, those are only available at Dayspring. What I decided to do, as you see my lovely glasses there, is I decided to outline those hearts and the cross and the arrow sticker on the front, just to give it a little bit more definition. I did not do it with the tab in this particular case, and I didn't outline the ones underneath because I don't want the emphasis to be too much on them, if you understand what I'm saying. Otherwise, you would kind of see them through the vellum. So I think that's it. This is the end of my process. Hope you guys are all well, and I'll be back with another layout and journaling process again soon. Hope you guys had a great Easter Resurrection Sunday. Bless you all. Bye.